Hey guys, it is Saturday, February 11th. It is the 11th. So gonna give a shout out. I know he's gonna watch. His name is Mark. Mark's been commenting on a lot of videos. He's going through a below the knee amputation. I think it was on Thursday, if I remember correctly. He was asking a couple questions. About pain and whatnot. And Mark, I know you're probably going to watch this. If you're listening, hope everything's going okay. Hopefully no complications, and you're going to power through it. Just stick in there. It's just a little painful in the beginning. As long as you have no complications, and everything's going to be okay. So just keep your head up. You had it on Thursday, it's now Saturday, so you're probably dealing with a lot of pain. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the fun, and just wait it out. You'll be fine. The first week is pretty much the roughest point with the pain and whatnot. So, anyways, Mark, hope you're doing okay. And anyone else, if they comment, I read them, I post on them. I do have a job. I'm trying to do physical therapy, and do prosthetist appointments. So if I don't get around to it, I'm usually busy, and then on top of it, sometimes I do work when I get home. So I'm doing the best I can in terms of keeping that up to date. But anyways, over the last time since I've talked to you guys, I went to the prosthetist on Monday. And he took a look at everything. I mean, everything for the most part is feeling good in terms of my prosthetic. He padded so much around it, and if you watch my pressure point video, which I believe was episode 67, if you take a look at it, basically I was describing and showing what type of padding and whatnot they may or may not, it depends on the prosthetist, but what the goal is in terms of pushing the leg bone away and whatnot to the point where you're not feeling any pressure points. So we got to the point where I really think there was a lot of padding in the beginning, a lot of visits, just due to the fact of the matter that the limb's shrinking. The more you walk on it, the more things you do, the more activities you do, it's gonna shrink it a little bit quicker. I notice whenever I walk on the prosthetic for a while, per se, let's just say give or take 20-30 minutes, the leg swells down drastically, and right now with all the padding, I won't have a sock on when I walk out the door for work. Probably within the first hour when I get to work, I'm adding one sock, and probably around 11, 12 o'clock I'm adding 3 plies, and then maybe at the end of the night, the most I ever got up to was 4 ply. Maybe a 5 ply. So that's been the lowest amount of socks that I've been wearing ever since we actually started the padding. So that's just telling me in a way that my limb is just, it's kind of, it's slowly losing volume, but it's nowhere near as quickly as what it was before. So that's good. Less shrinking, don't get me wrong, it's going to shrink more. The less shrinking, the more time that the actual leg's sitting in there and it's doing this motion, and you don't really have to, you have to get it checked out whenever that's happening. But, so anyways, on Monday he went in there and he took a look at it. We found out there wasn't a lot of padding. Everything was, no, on Monday I went in, I apologize, on Monday I went in, he padded me more up. I remember. No. So over the weekend, I had a pain point. I came in there on Monday early in the morning, and he padded up around the sides, and basically when he patted it around the sides, that allowed to have the pressure point taken away, which was good. It was very good. It took the pressure away. And then I had another prosthetist appointment on Wednesday, which was already pre-scheduled, and he took a look at it. Everything was fine. Again, to the very beginning of the video, the padding's fine for right now, and he did notice that there was an actual, like, negative. It was a negative pressure that basically was taking the skin and it was sucking it up and creating like a little egg on the bottom of my leg, and then therefore what was happening is that was rubbing on the bottom of it and creating pain. So it was painful when it was basically sucking it up, and then it just created like a little egg on the bottom of my leg. So it was just no swelling or whatnot, but just the actual derma that was sitting in there, and it caused it to swell up like that. So what he did is, I can only explain it as he put it. I have a pad now that I wear on my leg, and it's kind of like, think of a Dr. Scholl's pad, and I just put it right above. I put it right over the leg bone here, and it goes like this, and it basically covers it up and it provides padding, and then therefore what's happening is that it's pushing against the socket, so therefore the swelling that was going out to here is basically being pushed back, so it's becoming just like a normal limb as before. So for ever since he did that on Wednesday, I walked out of there Wednesday, I was kind of limping in a little bit, nothing major, and it really wasn't that bad. As soon as he put the padding on, Saturday, don't get me wrong, when I stand up initially, I'm still having pain. It's just a lot of pressure on the skin that's not used to it, obviously, because the calf's never been walked on. So there's a little bit of pain and whatnot, and other than that, I mean, as soon as I start walking, as soon as I start going, physical therapy over the last couple of days, it's been amazing. On Tuesday, before I went in and saw my prosthetist, I did not an hour. I did 1 mile on the treadmill, and it was right around 27 minutes, I want to say, and we did a lot of exercises and whatnot for balance and what have you, and it was good. And then my prosthetist saw me on Wednesday, he added the pad, and then on Thursday I had physical therapy, and then when I had physical therapy on Thursday, I was able to walk 1.25 miles, or about 1.25 miles, and when and then also we did some balancing exercises. I was on a trampoline, we were throwing a basketball back and forth this way and that way, to the point where basically you were learning how to do balance with your prosthetic, because I don't know if I told you guys from the beginning, it just feels like, just because the rush foot and whatnot, it has so much springiness to it. So what's happening is that whenever I'm walking, it's just kind of want to do in this motion, or this motion, or this motion, and it's got so much more springy, because if I hit this left foot and it goes down, there's nothing that really goes psh, psh, like that, because there's no springiness associated to it. It's just bone. But however, on my rush foot, because it's got so much energy absorption and any energy differential in between it, it just wants to go like this all the time. So whenever I started with the foot, I had to figure out, hey, by the way, when I walk and it goes like this, how am I going to be able to counteract that? And then basically the more that I take my foot and I push it down like that, it's returning energy even more. So the faster I walk, the harder I walk. It's basically, wanting to do this motion, and it's taking time, but I'm learning whenever I walk to basically get that energy to go upwards instead of go to the side or whatnot. But don't get me wrong, if I'm limping or whatnot, it's still going to the side. So usually when you see me, I'm just doing this motion because I'm just trying to control my balance. So it's getting better. The more I'm walking, it's getting a lot better. And I just started doing exercise bike, what was it, on Wednesday and Friday yesterday. So I'm up to 7, 8 miles now. So, and that's the goal. I want to be able to get back to cycling. I want to be able to get doing to the things that I have to do. However, I'm doing these things. I may be done for the day. In terms of when I say done for the day, is that I'll cycle, I'll walk, I'll do whatever I need to do, and then that's it for me. I'm in, either pain or it's throbbing, literally, like I can feel my leg just beating inside the actual socket, and that's it. I'm done for the day, and I do whatever I need to do, take a shower, what have you. I'll try to keep the leg on as much as possible till like 8 o'clock before I go to bed for work and whatnot, and after that, I'll basically go to sleep. So, and that used to aggravate me at the beginning. However, it's a process, and the more I'm able to do things, the more I'm able to get going with those. it's basically showing if I take the rest, it's not going to really be that much of a deal. So that's what I'm learning. But honestly, it's getting better. I tell you this, guys, every single day. It's getting better. The more physical therapy, the more I'm pushing myself. You have to push yourself, and grin and bear it sometimes. And if you push yourself, don't push yourself too hard, because if you hurt yourself, you're going to go backwards. But I mean, if you push yourself, if you feel like you can go that extra 5 minutes, go ahead and walk on it. And if you feel like you can go ahead and ride the bike, take the bike and ride on it. And just do as much as you can on the foot, because the more the leg gets used to, this motion, or this, not sliding, but just, this motion, it's gonna get better for you. So, and that's what personally on my preference, or what's going on with me. So you have to push yourself, and if you mess up, you just have to figure out how to fix it so you don't repeat it the next day, or within the next couple walks, or within the next couple runs, or within the next couple bike sessions that you have. So it's getting better, guys. I'm trying to post more videos here, but it's my life's getting hectic now. And then also I am signing up for peer discussions or whatnot, and I'm gonna try to help out other amputees in the process. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and end at this. If you have any comments, go ahead and post them below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that button lower right down here. And then if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does nothing, nothing for me. However, it does post me up a little bit on other videos, so other people can get the same benefit that you are from watching it. But until then, everyone have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Bye.